Epiphany. At the end of the summer I miraculously found a replacement for 7 months for a piano teacher's post in a music school, and so I was able to move back into a flat, and thus finally find a space of autonomy and freedom. Then, one day in November, as I was coming back from the market with apples, I had this revelation that came to me, just like that, while walking. It was as if I had kicked the bottom of the well in which I had been locked up for months, and this salutary kick marked my return to the world of the living, of normality, of my normality. I suddenly realized that the only reason this nightmare had happened was because I had stopped listening to myself. I had betrayed myself. By giving in to my mother's proposal and my father's obnoxious blackmail, "If you don't listen to me and obey me, I'll drop you," I had lost trust in myself to trust others, out of fear. I had sold my soul to the devil. I had exchanged the love of who I was for the fear of living. Because I had lost my light and there was no one around to rekindle it, I had fallen for it and had allowed evil to rush in through the breach offered by this weakness, razing everything in its path. I understood this intensely in an instant through every cell of my being. And I said like an oath, "Never again. Never again will I let others decide for me what is true or not, good or not, right or wrong. Never again." It was cold, I was walking fast, and this inner flash acted like a magic bomb, giving the intense satisfaction of having found the answer after having broken one's head for a long time to end up giving one's tongue to the cat. It happened very quickly and very simply, like the click of a switch that takes you from darkness to light. Like when you lose water at the time of childbirth, there is a before and after, and it is not reversible. My body still weighed 42 kilos, but I was no longer lost. I had found myself. I knew from the beginning that I was neither crazy nor sick, just alone in front of an unresolved and incommunicable inner enigma in the middle of the human jungle, where everyone tries to make the neighbor believe that he knows more than he does, where no one sees or listens to each other. Where living and being born different is a permanent danger. Where the invisible is not a given in the equation of life. And life started again. I resumed my practices and my internal explorations. The difference was that I had now freed myself from any identification with any movement whatsoever. Indeed, the brothers and sisters of this fraternal organization, at the time of the turmoil, had judged preferable to exclude me from their group in order to protect their interests, their reputation, and their tranquility. All this because my internal intuition, in a logic that I would later understand, had led me, in addition to my extreme experiments, to exclude from my diet not only meat, but also eggs and fish, as well as tea and coffee. Again today, being a vegetarian has become commonplace and no one is bothered by it anymore, but at the time, this divergence was considered too radical and, in addition to totally angering my parents at the time, was the final blow to this excommunication. Life as a great and generous steward always gives us exactly what we need, removes what hinders us, and eternally preserves what we have acquired spiritually.